Very good afternoon. So in our previous classes, we discussed about a solid with a prism. So we discussed problems on prisms, and today we are going to discuss a problems based on pyramid. We already know that what is the difference between prism as well as pyramid. So pyramid have only a base, and at the end it have a apex, a single point, all the corners will joined, and it is called apex. But prism means it have a two faces, one is a base and a top face as well as base. They are same. Okay, so and this prism have a rectangular side faces, but pyramid have a triangular slant faces. That is what the a major difference. Okay, so now we'll discuss on a problems on a pyramids. The first problem is a square pyramid. Okay, a square pyramid, 35 mm side. It's a square, a pyramid, 35 mm side of a base and 65 mm axis length, rest on HP. We already know that. So in a solid problem, all the problems are based on HP only. They are based on HP. Okay, and here what you have to decide is in the first position, second position and third position. The first position means it's initial position. Okay, it's a true position. So in that you have to first identify which type of a plane is given, and second thing is either it is a pyramid or prism. And all the problems are based on HP, so that you have to start with the top view and go with the front view. Clear? So here they clearly given a pyramid. Okay, square pyramid. A square is the plane and it is a pyramid of 35 mm side and 65 mm axis length, rest on HP. One of its edge means the condition is edge. By using these datas, we can easily construct the first position. Clear? And the second position is either it is inclined to VP or HP. So always second position is inclined to HP, because in the solid problem, okay, it is always based on HP. So the second inclination is HP and third inclination is VP. So this is the second inclination and this is the third inclination. Okay, so here the second inclination is the axis is inclined to HP. Always axis is inclined for HP. Okay, fine. But in the third position, it is the edge, the resting edge is inclined, so that we have to go with the normal method. If the axis inclined to VP, then we have to go with the locus method. But here the resting edge, the edge which is on rest, that edge is inclined VP at 30 degree, so that we have to go with the normal method. Clear? This is the first position, second position and third position. By using these data, we can easily construct first, second and third position of this solid. Okay. Yes, first you have to draw XY line. Second, you have to indicate HP as well as VP. Okay. Next, you have to draw a square. Top face, you have to start with the top face, then go with the front, first position, and second position, you have to go with the front position of second position, then top, and third, top position and front. This is what the sequence you have to follow. So here first you have to draw the XY line, okay, and VP HP. So next thing is you have to construct a square. Okay, you have to construct a square with edge condition. They clearly given it is edge condition. So using a sketching, take the line. Okay, so here I am going to show the manual way of construction. Okay, not with the help of software. I am showing the manual way, how we are construct manually. Clear? So here this is 35 mm side. Okay, so first draw a line. Okay, first you have to place the a point, use the scale and mark 35 mm horizontally. Okay, so 35 mm you have to mark, and this first as angle is, that is what? 0. First you have to use the scale and mark the 35. Next, exactly by vertical, again take the same 35. Okay, so mark it. Then again use the same 35 with the help of your scale, horizontally make 35. Okay, and again finally with the help of scale and pencil you have to join. So like this you have to construct. This is a manual way of construction. Okay, horizontal line and vertical line, and these all the lines have 35 mm. With the help of scale you have to construct. Then give the namings. This is a and this one is B. Okay, this is C and this one is D. Next is this as a center. Okay, and from this center all the corners are joined to that center. So you have to join from here to here and from here to here. So this will be the center, and you have to name it, that center, as a bracket O1, and this O is visible. So O is visible at the top, and in the bottom it is a O1 bracket. So like this you have to construct the first position. And here one more thing is, and these edges are visible edges. Okay, that's why you have to increase the thickness. It is a visible edges. Okay, yes. Second position, what you have to do is you have to project it. All the edges project up to. So here exactly you have to take at the center. Okay, for the axis purpose. Okay. Next what you have to construct is the front position of the pyramid. So front position of the pyramid is always look like a triangle. Okay, so first you have to draw the axis. So you have to select the axis and you have to construct axis. That axis is of 65 mm. The axis length is 65 mm. So you have to type the 65 and place it. This is what the axis. Next what you have to do is you have to take the a line. Okay, so with a thickness like this you have to join with the help of scale. Okay, this height is 65 and this side is 35. Okay, so it is drawn according to the given data. So first you have to construct the axis, then draw the line with the help of scale. Okay, join all these things and all the corners should join to the apex. This point is called apex. Okay, so now give the namings. And here if you see from the front, A dash is visible, D dash is not visible. So A dash is visible, D dash is not visible. Similarly B dash is visible and in bracket it is C dash. And here this in bracket O dash 1 is not visible, and here O dash is visible. So like this you have to give all the namings. So in the prism what happens, so bottom also there is a face and top also there is a face, but in the pyramid only the bottom face is there or base is there, there is no top face. The top face is replaced by a apex, that point is called apex. So this is what the construction of first position. Okay, so it is a first position. So next second position is HP inclination and third position is VP inclination. So see here the HP inclination, the axis of the HP is inclined 45 degree. The axis of the first position, this top front view is, it is of angle 45 degree. Okay, so either you can take base inclination or directly axis inclination. I already explained in the previous problem. Either you can take the base inclination. So base inclination is equal to 90 degree minus axis inclination. That gives the base inclination. It's the one method. Second method is directly you can reconstruct or you can construct the axis inclination. It is also correct. Either you can go with the first method or second method. So based on your conveniency, you can go. Okay. So already explained and already shown the two method also. Okay, the first is with the help of this axis inclination I shown, and with the help of this base inclination. Okay, so always base inclination is the better one. So base inclination is equal to 90 degree minus axis inclination. Here axis is 45 degree, so that the base inclination is become 90 minus 45 and it is a 45 degree. Clear? So first I am showing the manual way of construction, not the software. In the software what happens, directly you can copy and place here and rotate here. See, I will show you. So the software, first you have to select like this and move option, okay, and copy this and placed it and go to the rotate option, and this is the first point of rotation and this is second point of rotation, and this angle is 45 degree. Okay, the angle is 45 degree. So this is a software. With the help of software I am going to construct, but the manual way is entirely different. See, first you have to measure these distance. Okay, next take the line and in your scale and use the protractor and mark 45 degree. Mark 45 degree angle. Okay, so this is 45 plus 90. Okay, so like this you have to mark it, and length with the help of you just mark the line. Okay, approximate length. Then what you have to do is use the compass. Okay, use the compass and from B dash to O dash, okay, extend the compass from B dash to O dash and placed here and cut the arc. Okay, so here that distance is 17.5 is there. Okay, so use this like this, you have to cut the arc. And again second, the radius is 17.5 and plus 17.5 means you have to place the compass here B dash and stretch up to the A dash and placed here and cut the arc. Okay, so like this you have to mark. Then okay, next what you have to do is use the axis from here. Okay, so exactly from here, and the length is 65. So exactly 90 degree. So from here to here it is 90 degree. Clear? The angle should be 90 degree. Like this you have to place it. Okay. If not, you can use one more method is there. Place the compass here B dash, stretch up to the O dash and cut the arc. Say I will show that method also. Okay. So take the compass, placed B dash, stretch up to the O dash. Okay, and you will get the distance. So and placed here, and the distance is nearly 67.31. Okay, and cut the arc. See, and similarly one more distance. So placed here and the same distance because it won't change the length, and cut the another arc. See, both the method also you will get the same center point. Either you can use the 90 degree or you can use the arc method. Okay, so the same point you will get. Once you will get the point, okay, then join that. So from here to here and from here to here. Okay. So like this you have to join and you have to give the namings. So here it's a dash of D dash, and this one is B dash of C dash, and this one is bracket O dash 1, and this one is O dash. Okay. So like this you have to draw the second position top front view. Okay. So if you want, you can measure this. This should be the 45 degree. Okay. And obviously this is also same 45 degree. You can check, you can cross verify. So this axis and this should be same 45. Yes, 45 is there now. Yes, this is a method. And once the front view is over, you can go for the top view. So the top view is by projecting. So projecting all the points. First you have to project this point. Okay. Second, project this point. Next, project this point, and project this center. Okay. Yes, the first to mark the center. So this is a O. Okay. Next, this is A is here and A is here, and this is what? B. And here D is here. So this is what the D, and this is what the C. So like this you have to mark all the points and erase all the extra projections. So once you got that points, you have to name it. This is an O. Okay. This is a bracket O1, and this point is called A, is visible, and this D is also visible. If you see from the top, AD is only visible, but BC is not visible because it is rest on the HP, and we are inclined. So that because of this inclination, this face, this edge B dash C dash is not visible. That's why you have to write it in the B and C is not visible. That's why you have to written in the bracket. So now join. Okay. Yes, this C and B is not visible. That's why I written in the dotted line. This should be represented by dotted line. Okay. So next, this D. Okay, it is visible. This edge is visible, and from here also visible. Okay, from here to here it is visible, and from here to here is also visible, and these are the opposable edges. Okay. So O to D is visible, O to C is visible, O to D is visible, O to A is visible. The only edge is not visible, that is BC. BC edge is not visible. Okay. And similarly, this axis from here to here, it is an axis. It is also not visible. You have to show it. Okay, axis. Okay. It is also not visible. Clear? This is what the second position. And the third position is, in the third position, the base which rests, it is inclined to 30 degree. It is inclined to 30 degree. So this base, okay, this base is inclined to 30 degree. Either this base you can incline like this or like this. Okay. If you want, you can rotate like this or like this. Both the way are correct. So better you have to draw 30 degree like this, so that O will comes above this dotted line. Okay. So draw a parallel line like this. Okay. Next, from here draw a line, and it is of 30 degree. So use your compass. Okay. So use your compass, sorry, protractor. So from here the angle is, okay, minus 30. Okay. So use the compass and draw it. See, if you want, you can check, it is 30 degree. Okay. So first thing is, you have to reconstruct entire this second position front view on this 30 degree line. So what you have to do is, It's first I will show you the software method. Copy this, move option, okay, like this, placed it, and use the rotate option. This is the first point of rotation, the second point of rotation, and exactly placed here. See, this is a software way of reconstruction. It is very easy. Just with the help of this move and rotate option, we constructed. Okay, but the manual method is entirely different. First, this 35. Okay, this line. So use the line, and this line is dotted line. First, draw that. Okay, so anywhere. Okay, so it is of 35 mm. Use the scale and draw it. Okay, fine, and name it. This is what we call it as a bracket C. It is not visible actually, and it's a bracket B. Okay, so we got the 2 points, bracket C, bracket B. So next what we need is, we need a D and we need a as well as we need a O. So that is by using, either you can go with the box method, that is what we already discussed in the prism box method, or else directly you can use the compass and you can reconstruct. So whichever one is convenient, you can follow that, but better you just go with the box method. Means we already this B and C, and perpendicular to this you have to draw the line with a distance of this. Okay, so take the line from here exactly perpendicular. Okay, so it's a perpendicular. See, this is perpendicular. Okay, exactly perpendicular, you draw that line. Okay, and similarly here also same thing, exactly perpendicular, you have to draw the line, and take the compass. Okay, take the compass and place it on C and stretch up to D and cut the arc. Means, so it is of 24.75. okay, so like this you have to cut the arc. Similarly 24.75. So again one more, you cut the arc. So like this you have to cut the arc. Okay, and you will get the line and join that, and you can name it. This is a D and this is an A. So now join it. So before that you just erase this extra. Okay, so now with the help of line, join with the help of your scale, join it. Clear? So next thing is from so here to here the distance. Okay, so from O to the distance is 45. Okay, so use the line, the same line. Okay, and exactly middle of this. Okay, and it should be perpendicular. Draw the line, and we don't know the length also. So from here to here we know the distance. Okay, and from here to here we know the distance. So take the same arc. Okay, and placed here, and the distance is, okay, and cut the arc, and this distance is from here, it is of 12.37. cut the one more arc. So like this you have to cut the arc and remove the extra projections. Okay, then join all the edges. So here it's a visible one, the same thing. From here to here, from here to here. Okay, and this will be the axis. Okay, and you can name this as a bracket O1, and this one is O. See, I reconstructed the second position top view for the third position top view. Clear? That is with the help of box method. And the next thing is directly project all the projection for the final front view. So like this, you have to project all the points. Okay. First, you have to project the first point is O. So O is here and O dash is here, the first point. Second point, A is here, okay, and A is here. Second point, B is here and the B. B. Okay, then C is here, then C. Then D is here, then D. With the help of your scale, you just project all the points. And after the projection, you just name it this as a dash, and this as a D dash, and this as a C dash, and this as a B dash. So like this, you have to name all the points so that you won't get any confusion. Then remove the extra projections. See, if you see from the front, okay, we need a front view, third position. If you see from the front, this top view, okay, it's a top view. If you see from the front, this bottom face is visible. So bottom face is visible. First, you have to draw the bottom face. So from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. This is visible. Next, from D dash to O is visible, O to A dash visible, and O to this B is visible. The only thing is not visible is this C dash to O is not visible. And also you have to show the a center. That is what you have to draw the line from here to here, okay, and from here to here it is axis. Yes, like this you have to show the axis. And in this O dash 1 is also visible, and O dash is also visible. Clear? So this is a final view. And after completion of this, you have to show the arrow mark from where to where you have to project. Like this, you have to show the arrow mark. Here it is downward, and here it is right side. Always the projection should be right side. Clear? Yes, this is a final view. If you do correct all the three positions, you will get the full out of full marks. Okay. So this is the first position. Say this is the first position, and this is the first position. It's a true position. Here we can able to see the square with the edge condition and pyramid. Clear? First position condition satisfied. Second condition is it is a inclination, HP inclination. Second is HP inclination. So HP inclination is 45 degree. This axis is 45 degree, or the base is 45. Base means it's a 90 degree minus axis inclination. We got the angle. So here HP inclination is second position. Okay. So if you see from the top, this face is not visible. That's why we written this dotted line. Okay. And the third position is what? A VP inclination. It is VP inclination. Here the VP inclination is 30 degree, and the edge, what the edge is rest, the edge is inclined VP at 30 degree. First draw the 30 degree line and reconstruct entire thing with help of box method or with help of your compass, and reconstruct the top view, and finally project for upward, and finally project for right side. You will get a final front view. So in the final front view, the bottom face is visible. You can see this bottom face is completely visible, and these two faces are visible, but the back face, the dotted line, is not visible. Clear? It's a edge condition, a square pyramid with normal method. Okay.